What is up, Mousetrap? It is Teslamouse here bringing a Wi-Fi battle, guys. I'm Immrflubadub, aka a moderator on my stream. This is our final Pokemon Sun and Moon pre-bank Wi-Fi battle before we get into the good stuff, the post-bank meta. Now, I know you guys are all excited to see all those Landers teas, all those Heatrons, all those Royal Washes being used on my channel, but we gotta get through this pre-bank battle first, and this is a pretty close battle, I gotta say. So let's go over the team real quick. On my team we have Tapu Koko, we got Hydreigon, Celesteela, Tapu Fini, Mamoswine, and Alolan Marowak. My opponent is running Teslamouse, Gastrodon, Aerodactyl, Greninja, Nihilego, and his own Tapu Koko. So we only have one Pokemon in common. My goal is to basically preserve the Hydreigon for the faster threats such as Greninja, Mega Aerodactyl, and Nihilego. Unfortunately, pre-bank, Hydreigon does not get Earth Power, so it's not really going to be that useful against Tapu Koko. I do want to preserve my Alolan Marowak with the Tapu Koko on his side. Do want to preserve the Celesteela for his Teslamouse and Mega Aerodactyl. And I do want to try to get Tapu Koko in there before Greninja goes for the Battle Bond, so Tapu Koko can outspeed and destroy the Greninja. Because once Greninja's Battle Bond activates, it'll be faster than my Tapu Koko. Mamoswine will be good for the priority Ice Shard on Mega Aerodactyl and Teslamouse. I won't really be able to do much to Nihilego because Nihilego will outspeed it. But regardless, this is going to be a fantastic battle. It happened, I want to say, about a month or two ago. Yeah, this battle is that old, but we're going to go right into it right now as we take on Elliot in a Smogon OU pre-bank Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. I'm going to lay out TK right out of the Tapu Koko, as is my opponent, and this is a great chance for me to go for a U-turn, hoping that I can actually lose a speed tie for once, because I do want to get a switch initiative here. After we get our electric surges up, my Tapu Koko is going to go right for the U-turn, but unfortunately for me, I do not lose the speed tie. The one time that I do want to lose the speed tie. So out goes TK Ryo, gonna send in the Departed, the Alolan Marowak here, hoping that I'll go for like a Dazzling Gleam or a Thunderbolt. But he goes to a U-turn instead, so now he gets the switch initiative, which is okay. Now I guess in hindsight, if I did lose the speed tie, he could have went for like a Hidden-Powered Ground or a Dazzling Gleam. That would have did a big chunk to my Tapu Koko. But he's going to Prehistoric the Aerodactyl. I'm figuring this is Mega, and I don't want to keep a little Marowak in, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to withdraw the Departed, go right into the Bell's Toll, the Celesteela. My opponent is going to go right for the Mega Evolution. Now Mega Aerodactyl is a lot faster than Tapu Koko, so if I want any chance to kill Aerodactyl, I'm going to need to preserve my Celesteela. He gets a super hard critical hit on my Celesteela, which is very unfortunate for me. I'm going to go for Protect, just to scout what else he wants to do, and to get some extra leftovers recovery. He's going to go for another Stone Edge, and my Celesteela isn't going to heal the leftovers. So, he's going to withdraw Prehistoric the Mega Aerodactyl, going to Pendulum here, as I do go for a Heavy Slam, which is going to do a decent chunk of damage to it due to a critical hit. So that's like 50%, so it's a crit for a crit already. Pretty good trade-off, not going to lie. Go for another Protect to scout. What he wants to do is go for Anchor Shot, which is actually resistant, although due to Teslamouse' ability, it gives it a third stab basically. So he's going to go for a Shadow Claw, I believe, after I go for a Heavy Slam. Heavy Slam's going to knock it down to red, and he goes for a Shadow Claw because Anchor Shot is resisted. Celesteela's going to heal the leftovers. And I'm going to have my Celesteela go for a Heavy Slam again as he switches in Greninja. Heavy Slam is going to do about 35% to Greninja. Celesteela's going to heal leftovers. And I don't really want Greninja killing my Celesteela, as I will probably need it for the Aerodactyl. He's going to go on a Hot Chocolate and Tapu Koko, get the Electric Terrain going. But I do believe I'll go for Protect, just to get some extra leftovers recovery for longevity's sake. Gonna hard switch the Bell's Toll out, gonna go right into the Departed, my Alolan Marowak, as my opponent is going to go for the U-turn, figuring that was gonna be the switch. Now make no reason to let my Celesteela go this early in the match. So it goes on Prehistoric, the Mega Aerodactyl. After Alolan Marowak is healed with leftovers, I'm gonna hard switch out, and I'm gonna send in my Aqua Spirit, the Tapu Fini here, as my opponent is gonna go for the Stone Edge, expecting a switch into Celesteela. So it goes to Stone Edge, that does about 30% to Aqua Spirit. Aqua Spirit gets heal leftovers. I'm going to go for a Moonblast here, expecting to switch into Gastrodon, and it does just that. So Moonblast is going to hit Gastrodon for about, I want to say, 20% maybe. Unfortunately, no special attack drop on his end. His Gastrodon gets heal leftovers. I'm actually going to go for a Taunt here in case he goes to recover after the second Moonblast, or the would-be second Moonblast. but he actually goes for a Sludge Bomb instead, and that's going to do a decent chunk of damage to Tapu Fini. So Tapu Fini is going to heal leftovers, and his Gastrodon is as well. I believe I go for another Moonblast here, which is going to hit Gastrodon for a decent amount of damage. And he's going to go for a Skull, probably expecting a switch into like Celesteela or something. Tapu Fini is going to heal leftovers. And next up, my opponent is going to... I'm assuming he's going to switch out. I think he switches out here. Now I'll go for another Moonblast. He doesn't switch out quite yet. It does a good amount of damage due to a critical hit. He goes for a Sludge Bomb, trying to knock out the Tapu Fini here. And Tapu Fini is going to heal leftovers, as Gastrodon gets healed leftovers as well. So I'm going to go for another Moonblast here, hoping that he'll stack out the Gastrodon. He's going to switch his Gastrodon out and go right to Nihilego, which is not really good for me. I could have went for Surf predicting that, but then again, I figured that he wanted to let his Gastrodon go, because it's slow as hell, it's at very low health, it's not really going to outspeed anything on my team. And he's going to go for a Sludge Bomb, that's going to knock out my Tapu Fini. So, Tapu Fini is down. I believe that's 1 down on my side, 0 down on his side. His Nihilego gets a special attack boost to the Beast Boost. I'm going to send in TK right to the Tapu Koko. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go for Empowered Ground, pretty much just to stack it off right in the range where an Ice Shard would kill it from Mamoswine. But he's actually going for a Hidden Power himself. So I'm not really sure if that was a prediction into my Celesteela or what. I'm going to go for a T-Ball, and that's going to knock out his Nihilego after that. And that's 1 down on each of our sides. So Tapu Koko gets healed, takes some Life Orb recoil. Out comes Prehistoric, the Mega Aerodactyl. I'm going to switch Tapu Koko out. I'm going to go right into Amber Mammoth, the Mamoswine here. As my opponent is going to go for an Earthquake here. He had no reason to go for Stone Edge. I mean, I could have switched into Hydreigon or Celesteela, but he's going to try his Mega Aerodactyl, go on a Pendulum, as my Mamoswine is going to go for an Ice Shard here, as I was intending to stack it off. So, Pendulum is down, Delmy is knocked out, and Mamoswine is going to take some Life Orb recoil. Out comes Kermit the Greninja. I have no reason not to stack off the Mamoswine at this point, because nothing else really wants to switch into Greninja. So Water Shuriken's going to knock out my Mamoswine. He's going to get the Bell Bond off, which basically means that he's going to outspeed my Tapu Koko. Not that really matters though, because his Greninja does have priority. So even if my Tapu Koko did outspeed him, he could just bop it with Water Shuriken. I'm going to go on a Trishul on my Hydreigon. I'm going to go for the U-turn. I'm expecting him to switch. He's going to switch Kermit out, go into Sluggish to Gastrodon. I was actually expecting a switch into Tapu Koko, but this works as well. So Gastrodon takes some damage from U-turn. I'm going to switch right into TK right on the Tapu Koko here. Get the Electric Terrain going. And my opponent's Gastrodon is going to get healed leftovers. I have no reason not to go for Dazzling Gleam. So my Tapu Koko is going to go for the Dazzling Gleam and finish off the Gastrodon. So that Gastrodon is down. And TK right takes some Life Orb recoil. He's going to Prehistoric the Mega Aerodactyl. And I'm basically going to stack it off here. He goes for a Stone Edge. And luckily for him, he did not miss the Stone Edge. Because if he did, my Tapu Koko would have bopped his Mega Aerodactyl Thunderbolt. I'm going to Celesteela here. And he's going for a taunt, expecting a possible Leech Seed. I'll go for the Heavy Slam instead, and that's going to actually knock out Mega Aerodactyl one hit due to a critical hit. There's a lot of critical hits in this match thus far. So, Celesteela gets the Beast Boost, which will increase its special defense by 1 stage. Gets healed leftovers. I can't protect because of taunt. He goes to the Dazzling Gleam, expecting to switch on either Alola Marowak or Hydreigon. By keeping it, I basically want to stack it off at this point. And I go for a Heavy Slam, which does a decent amount of damage to Tapu Koko. So Celesteela gets healed with leftovers. I didn't really need the Celesteela at that point, because Aerodactyl already fainted, but this time I figured I'd switch it out and go right into Alola Marowak here, as my opponent is going to go for a T-Bolt, which will basically activate the party's Lightning Rod. We go for Dazzling, just get some Hail Mary damage off on the Alola Marowak, and faint due to the Life Orb recoil. His Tapu Koko is down, and Alola Marowak is out. So Alola Marowak gets healed leftovers, and next out will come Kermit the Greninja, and he does go for a Hydro Pump to finish off my Alola Marowak. And all that's left is his Greninja versus my Celesteela and my Hydreigon. So I'm going to send Trishul the Hydreigon out next. Going to go for the U-turn, and that will be the match. So good game to Elliot, aka Immrflubadub. It was a good battle. He did make some interesting plays. Like, he went for a Stone Edge, and could have just EQ'd my Tapu Koko. Granted, he probably thought I would switch on Hydreigon or Celesteela, which is a fair play, but if he missed, Tapu Koko would definitely take out the Mega Aerodactyl. Elliot's team was pretty good, not gonna lie. I definitely love Mega Aerodactyl, but unfortunately, Postbank, it's not really that great of a mega. I mean, Prebank it was because there were less threats to deal with it. But yeah. The Helgo going for the sludge wave on top of me. I basically had to stack off top of thing here to get free switching. I didn't want to go and sell steel risk it taking like a thunderbolt or a power gem. I wanted to preserve my soul steel as much as possible to deal to Mega Aerodactyl because Tapu Koko was not going to outspeed it. At that point, Talfini was pretty much dead. I know Ice Shark from a Mammoth Swipe would not kill it in one hit. I did make all the necessary stack plays. And towards the end there, if U-turn did not kill Greninja, the Life 4 recoil Widow, so that was the match as well. Unfortunately, there were a lot of critical hits in this battle, and Elias seems to get RNG'd against me a lot, which is not my fault, but it really does suck. I really do feel bad that he gets RNG'd quite often against me. And he did get that critical hit on my Soul Seal built at Stone Edge, but then again, Stone Edge has a good critical hit ratio, so what can I say? Anyways, I'm Immrflubadub. Thanks for the bell. A good game. I'm sure we'll have another fantastic Wi-Fi battle, even the post-bank era of Sun and Moon. And for the rest of you guys, if you enjoyed this final Pokemon Sun and Moon pre-bank Wi-Fi battle, please drop a like, comment, and zap the subscribe button if you want to see more fantastic Wi-Fi battle action. And I'll see you guys next time for the start of Pokemon Sun and Moon post-bank Wi-Fi battles, where you guys all get to see Lando T's, Heat Trains, Road Washes, all that great stuff. I know you guys are just waiting to see Lando T on every one of my teams, but yeah, once again guys, thanks for all watching. Now, catch you on the flip side, and remember, stay salty, Rage Quitters. Stay salty.